Alright guys, here we are. I am working on final packing for our trip. We leave in 7 days. A week from today. I'm so excited. I've already put up Beth and Rachel's packing video. We did theirs at their apartment this week. And now I'm here at home and I have the bulk of the food and a lot of the kind of little extra stuff that we're taking, so it appears that I have a ton of stuff, but a lot of this is stuff that we're all going to be using, so yeah, it looks pretty crazy at the moment, but I've got everything kind of prepped and I'm just gonna actually put the final touches on packing and get everything into the suitcases, and it will all fit, I promise. It just looks pretty crazy at the moment. And of course my camera, after I'm done using it today, it will get packed into my carry-on. But basically I have one large carry-on suitcase, and then I have one rolling duffel back here, and then I have my kind of a backpack style carry-on, soft-sided, that I'm really in love with. It. I've used it a few times for traveling now, and it's just works out really well. And then of course lots of packing cubes, as you can see. So I'm gonna start over here with the big suitcase, and if you watched our other packing video, you've seen a lot of the things that are in this suitcase already. I have added a couple of things to it food-wise and kind of shuffled some things around because I initially was only planning on taking this large suitcase and then the small one here, but just decided that instead of trying to cram everything in, and since we're flying Southwest and we can check 2 bags, I just decided it was easier just go ahead and check 2 bags even if they're not completely full, and that way, you know, if we have extra space on the way home, that's always a great thing. So in this suitcase here, in the large one, you can see it's a lot of the stuff that I've already went through in the other video, so I'm not going to go into detail on the food and the things that we're taking. I did buy these today. We had already packed some of the little individual peanut butter, so these I thought would work well with that for a snack with a little bit of protein in it. And then I did pick up some of these today. I've never used these to put like in our water, so thought I'd give it a try. And then, oh, I did add my little 4-cup coffee makers wrapped up in a beach towel right now. The rest of what I've got here. Back here I've got some hangers. I'm going to take some extras along. I just kind of save up the cheap ones that get thrown in with your clothes a lot, and when we travel I'll take them with us, and I usually just leave them wherever we're staying. That way, especially if there's space concerns on the way home, I don't have to worry about it. Just leave them there. And then here, this is something that I picked up relatively recently. This is another eBags item. This is their hanging bathroom organizer. And basically I've got different things that we hopefully won't need, but in case we do, I've got some allergy medicine, some Pepto-Bismol tablets, what is there? Oh, some cold medicine is in there. Hopefully we won't need any of that, but I find that sort of stuff is very expensive to buy at Disney, and since we won't have a car, we're just going to be flying in and taking Magical Express. Any kind of medicine, sunscreen, any of that you have to buy on Disney property is crazy expensive, so I try to make sure I have a little bit of everything I think we might need with us. And then also in here I have some Olay foaming face cloths, and of course a razor, deodorant, a few Tums chewables, and a couple of the ginger tablets. And on that note, I did invest in some Bonine or Bonine, I don't know how it's pronounced exactly, but I did pick these up just because I do have some issues in the heat sometimes when I'm doing simulator type rides, not so much things like roller coasters, but for some reason simulators really get me. So Star Tours and a lot of the rides at Universal, which we're not doing Universal this time, but in the past, when we've done like I think the official name is like the Forbidden Journey, the Harry Potter ride at Universal. Anyway, that one made me very, very ill. So I have learned my lesson, and I just go ahead and take these now if I'm going to be doing any kind of simulator rides. It does help. So, and then I've got some eye drops in here. Little glasses repair kit, which the girls, Beth and Rachel, wear contacts almost exclusively, but I don't. I just wear glasses, and this has saved me a lot of heartache a few times. So it's a simple little kit I picked up at Walmart. And then again, something I hope we don't need, but thermometer in case we were to get sick and make sure I'm not running a fever. And a lot of this stuff is just stuff I keep in here all the time, but got my toothbrush, toothpaste, yeah, dental floss. Mind freeze there, couldn't think of the words. I'll zip that up in a second. Then I've got some styling treatment, shampoo, conditioner, more hair serum. I tend to have really kind of flyaway hair, and Florida humidity sometimes makes that worse. So a little zinc oxide ointment. That's all in there. Got a couple of body washes, one that I need to use up, and then another full one. Triple antibiotic ointment, just in case. Some lotion. Mouthwash. Also anti-itch, in case we get some bug bites or something. And another little thing of lotion. I tend to have really dry skin, so just brought that along. So that is what's in the hanging organizer for the moment. And I apologize, I'm trying to film this one-handed, so if what I'm talking about goes out of frame, just bear with me. We're kind of new to the whole video vlogging thing, so we're learning, just like, you know, simple things like when you're filming with your phone, you know, turn it horizontal, and that way you don't end up with those nice black bars on your video. Little things like that. So, anyway, I think I may have also mentioned some of these things when I did the other packing video, but this is basically all of my laundry type things in this bag. I also have some dish soap there, and I bring that along in a little squeeze bottle, so we can wash out our mugs, our Disney mugs. We will get the refillable mugs. We find they are a good value when you're going to be there on a longer stay, which we will be there 10 days, so we will pick ours up the first day we get there, and then as we use them, I'll wash them out in the sink and put them on a towel to dry, and we can have clean mugs. Also got some laundry detergent in there, dryer sheets, and then moving on to my hair care stuff, just hairsprays and things like that. I've got my Band-Aids. I think I went over this stuff in the other packing video. This is for the bathroom, just to kind of keep that area smelling good. Magic bands. You can use any active bands that you have. You can switch them out. You don't have to do anything special as long as they are active. So, and they belong to you, because they will link to your personal My Disney Experience account. So these are all mine, and I basically just grabbed one of every color in case I would like to match my outfit for the day. Kind of silly, but kind of fun too. So, and you know, they're all active. I went online, made sure they were all active, so good to go. This is a little laundry hanging device that you can, it's got Velcro and suction, so however you need to attach it, but that's kind of handy if you need to rinse some things out and hang them up. There is one of the little cords that go across the shower, but in case you know, we need additional space or whatever with 3 of us girls, who knows. This is just a little waterproof container. It's actually Rachel's. It's kind of nice if you're going to be doing, if it's, well, raining, or you're going to be doing Splash Mountain or something and you want to keep things dry. This is, I've got a lingerie bag as well as a laundry bag. We probably will end up doing at least 1 load of laundry. So that kind of covers that suitcase. I think I will go ahead and do this bag back here next. And then I'll probably stop filming for a little bit, get everything in all the suitcases to kind of show you how it fits. But I won't bore you with the details of actually doing that. This bag here, this is something we showed in our little food haul and packing video too. I think I had the glow sticks then. And in there also is our door decorating, or I should say window decorating stuff. So glow sticks, so much cheaper to buy at your dollar store before you go. I mean, unless you really, really, really want one of the little fancy, spinny, glow-in-the-dark things that they sell at Disney. This is just, I probably spent less on everything in here than it would cost you for one of those little glow toys at that they sell on the carts, like during Wishes and Phantasmic. So, and I think a lot of people know that tip, but I'm going to say things that you probably already know if you've maybe been to Disney before or just travel in general. But every once in a while, I know when I'm watching a video of someone doing their packing, they may have some simple little thing that seems so like no-brainer, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I never thought of doing that or packing that. And it, you know, it's a real lifesaver. So in the hopes that I might be able to help somebody out there who maybe hasn't heard of some of these little packing tips, I'm going to go ahead and say it. And if you already know it, cool, you're in the know, but just bear with me if I talk about some things that seem pretty, you know, pretty common knowledge for people that travel. I'm hoping that I can help somebody out there, because I know I've really appreciated all the tips I've picked up over the years. Okay, so this box, again, some of this stuff was in our original packing video, so I'm not going to go into much detail on the food part of it, because I've already seen most of it if you watch that video, and if not, you should, because, hey, you know, we're usually entertaining. That video's got all 3 of us, so it's usually pretty entertaining when it's all 3 of us, because we're kind of a hot mess most of the time. So anyway, hand soap, I just don't really care for the little bar soaps that Disney puts in the value resorts, especially, so I just pick up, you know, a little thing of hand soap at Walmart, and if I'm running short of space on the way home, I'll just leave it. It's like a whole 94 cents, so, but so much nicer than using bar soap, at least for me. Some people are probably cool with the bar soap, but I just really like this, so bring that along. And you'll notice I am like the Ziploc queen. I put everything in Ziplocs pretty much, especially if it's something that could leak. Yeah, Ziplocs are lifesavers as far as I'm concerned. You can put things that might leak in there, or just to organize things, and they're clear so you can see exactly what's in there. Love Ziplocs. These, may not need these at all, but just some extra trash bags. Just handy. Yeah. Basically those just stay in my luggage, so they're in there from last trip, and I'm just going to leave them in. Got my Donald Duck shoes in here, and I also have another thing of shoes. These may go in my carry-on. It just depends on how things fit. I have 2 pairs of Tevas in here. I have a pair of the heeled Tevas, and then a pair of just flat Teva flip-flops. They are the only flip-flops that I've found that I can wear all day, well, within reason, all day in the parks without getting blisters or being uncomfortable or having like my arches start aching. If you haven't tried them yet and you do have issues finding a comfy pair of flip-flops, I would suggest trying them. They're not cheap, but they're not horrendously expensive either. So, what else have we got? My little sewing kit that kind of goes with me everywhere. Rarely ever do I have to use this, but, you know, the one time you do need it, it's so worth it. Rachel's candy. This isn't such a big deal now that Disney has kind of redone their little audio-visual area, and they have a little area now with where you can plug into like a USB and everything, but back in the day before that, this was really handy because it's got where you can plug in USB, and still we have so many things that will be charging that I will probably still end up using this. And then an extension cord and a night light. This has been another lifesaver. I am like blind without my glasses, so if I need to get up in the night to use the restroom or something, I have found it is really helpful to bring just a little nightlight. And this one is from the dollar store. It was a whole $1. So if I forget it, and I have forgotten them before because you just plug them in and you kind of forget about them. Again, I'm not out a lot of money, but $1 at the dollar store and well worth it. I would think if you have young kids, that would probably be great too to have. And maybe even a couple of them, one in the bathroom area and one in your sleeping area. Now, getting into my carry-on. I have my Mickey Vans, which are surprisingly comfortable. I don't know if I would wear them like all day at Magic Kingdom or Epcot, but, well, actually Epcot's probably okay. Animal Kingdom seems to be the park for me that requires the most comfortable shoes, as well as Magic Kingdom if I'm going to be there all day. But these are pretty darn comfortable. Oh, and yes, what I'll be wearing on the plane and on my heavy walking days are those New Balance back there. They're very comfortable shoes. A little bright, but hey, you know, I won't get like lost in the dark or anything. What else have we got here? This bag is probably one of the most important things you can bring with you to Florida. Sunscreen. And I've got facial sunscreen and a little tiny sunscreen to put in my park bag. Another little tiny sunscreen to put in a park bag. Anti-bac. I like the spray-on, but I also like the oil-free face. So, got both of those. Then, extra batteries, so important for your camera, especially if you're going to be doing video. Got some extra batteries. This is all lipstick. I have a little bit of a lipstick fetish, I guess. It's mostly all, yeah, it is like all Revlon, but I just like options. That's what it boils down to. So anyway, like I said, I might do a separate little video on what makeup I'm taking, but for now, this is just a cloth to clean my glasses with. And then I have bobby pins, brush, comb, clear elastics, and I just picked this up today. A little travel mirror. It's got its own little easel stand. And oh yes, I have not actually had to ever use this yet, but I always take it with me just in case, because the last thing you want at Disney, especially early in your trip, is a big old blister. So I've heard this is wonderful, and I always take it with me just in case. This is, I talked about this in the packing video that I did with Beth and Rachel. Body Glide. We call it Chub Rub, and so I could not for the life of me think of the actual name of it, but it is Body Glide, and it's great. It's just a stick, basically looks like stick deodorant, but it works great. I highly recommend that. All of my brushes are in here for my makeup. And then this is how I transport my jewelry. Most of it anyway, is in these. Sorry, out of frame there. The small one I find works great for earrings, and occasionally some smaller necklaces will go in there too. I actually have a couple of necklaces in this one now. But works great. This is, I've got some bigger necklaces, and I also have my vitamins and different medications in here, in part of it as well. But these are very inexpensive. Walmart or pretty much any pharmacy type store, or probably even the grocery store has these. But they work great. Love them for jewelry. So anyway, that will all go in there, and that will all go in my carry-on. This is all my other, jewelry, and my park-bound buttons. I'm a huge Lady and the Tramp fan, so when I saw that button, I was like, oh yes, I will be buying that one. But yeah, this is a few more earrings in here, bracelets, and again, I don't know if I'll wear all these, but it's all about options. My waterproof camera, in case we have a really rainy day and I don't want to take the camera I'm currently using, or if I want to take a video on Splash Mountain or something. This is really nice. I have some extra Ziplocs, because you can just never have too many Ziplocs, and another laundry bag. And this is, I think I also showed this in our first packing video, but that's probably what I'll be using most of the time for in the parks. I don't recommend these like for a long trip, day in, day out, because these cords eventually dig into your shoulders, or at least they do mine, and you get kind of sore spots from them. So don't really recommend using them exclusively or extensively, but they are nice and light, and they do fold up, so in that sense they're nice to have along as an option, if nothing else. Okay, so what else? These are my clothes. They're all nicely rolled and neatly in my little packing cube, so I probably am not going to open these all up. Basically, you'll see what we brought to wear when we do our park videos. So you'll get to see. I try not to bring too many clothes, because I figure we can always do laundry. So basically, this is all shirts in here, and this is shorts, pants. Well, I shouldn't really say pants, because I very rarely ever wear pants at Disney. It's just too warm. So I have shorts in there, as well as some like yoga pants to wear at the resort. This is all underwear and socks. And then I have another cube over here. That's my swimsuits, and I've got a couple of skirts in there, and some sleep pants, all my bathing suits. Yeah. So basically for clothing I have 4 of these sized cubes, which I don't think is too bad for a girl that likes to bring clothing options. So that's all of that. Ears, yeah, all of this back here in these Ziplocs is ears, and this, we just did our Hogwarts house bows the other night when I was over at the girls' apartment, so yeah, that's got to be stuck in one of those bags. So then, I guess I'll go ahead and show you what I'm taking for makeup. I'm not going to go into detail, but I've got some face wash and some eye makeup remover and cotton balls in there. This is all of my concealers, eyeliner, yeah, all of that sort of thing. And then the bulk of my makeup's in here, as well as some brush cleaner, some moisturizer, and this is all I'm taking for eyeshadow. There's just some fun sparkly colors that I don't normally wear a lot, but you know, for Disney you kind of want to sparkle a little bit. You know, if you're going to be a princess, you got to sparkle. So anyway, these will actually go in here. Oh, one thing that I think is really important for wearing makeup at Disney, if you're going to, setting spray. This is pretty great stuff, I think. Anyway. Okay, so voila, I am back, and through the magic of video editing, everything is all ready to be zipped up, and it all fits. And actually it looks like things are really full, but these are just kind of loosely laid on top, so those will smush down, and this actually looks like it would never possibly close, but I assure you it does. It flops over, zips up, no worries. And again here, plenty of room, and since a lot of this is food, in the 2 check bags anyway, hopefully a lot of that won't come back with us, so we'll have plenty of room on the way home for some souvenirs and whatnot. We can't wait. 7 days. So hopefully this video was helpful for you as you plan your trip, whether it be to Disney or somewhere else and you're just looking for packing ideas. Hopefully I was able to share something that was helpful to you. And just be sure to subscribe and be on the lookout for our trip videos, where, like I may have or probably mentioned before, this will be the first trip that we've intentionally vlogged. We've taken video before, but never with the idea of really doing anything with it. So this will be kind of a new experience, knowing that we're vlogging, hoping to record all our memories and maybe share some helpful ideas, tips while we're there as well. So be on the lookout for all those videos coming up, and go ahead and take a look at some of our older stuff too, because it's fun for us to watch because it's our memories, but it's kind of neat to see how things have changed even over the last few years at Disney too. So be sure to check those out, subscribe, like if you enjoyed this type of video. Be sure to let us know, and we'll see you soon in the parks.